Good evening. This is the video newsletter for Buy Sell Short for Monday, June 13th. Hands up. Who hates this friggin' market? What a joke of a market we are in right now. When you have companies like COOL absolutely blowing the doors off their earnings reports, monster EPS, monster revenue, dropping in after hours on the news. And then you have crap turd stocks like ORS running 500% over the last couple of weeks on a no cash. They could go bankrupt or do financing anytime. It's just crazy, crazy market. Every time you think we have bottomed, when we're ready to go, boom, out of the blue, we get a couple 100-point downside. Very, very negative vibe in the market. But there is some hope when that comes. When it's dark, as the saying goes, it is always darkest right before the dawn. And that's what we're seeing right now. Everyone and their mom is bearish on this market. And, I can't really blame them. It sucks. This is a hit and run. Take your couple of pennies win and run for the hills and be happy you got a gain market. Any kind of swinging you do, you essentially get your nuts kicked in no matter what the news flow out there is. But looking at the Dow daily chart here, we got sucked in to a possible bottom on Thursday. We had a very nice up move on Thursday, and then they yanked the rug out and we were down 180 points on Friday. Here we go again today. We've got a little bit of hope. It's options expiration week. We got this little possible bottom action here. RSI, actually, let me show you a one-year chart of the Dow. We are the most oversold we have been on the Dow in the last year. The last time we were this oversold on RSI was back here at the late August lows. Same thing on stochastics. The last time we got this oversold, and we are even more oversold now, was back at the late August lows. So, we've got a lot of potential here for a move, and the catalyst could be options expiration week. Calls have been decimated. June call options are not even worth the paper they're printed on right now, and the puts holders are just whistling to the bank. 4 days for them to get wiped out, and that is typically what we see happen. On the Dow daily chart, you can see the 20-day exponential on the Dow is up there at 12,254. 250, not 300-point rally. We can do that over the next couple of days. We just need an excuse for them to do it. 15-minute chart, not that great looking, to be honest, especially after we had another late-day move. I mean, the buy programs came in the last hour. We got a nice pop up to 40-plus points. It looks like we were good to go, and all of a sudden, we were back red again. So, very tentative market right now. Traders want to be long this market right now, but they're hesitant to be long, and I can't really blame them. Shorts, they had every opportunity, the shorts and the bears today, to just smack the crap out of this market. But, it may be that there's just a little bit of selling exhaustion in the market. I read a great analogy today. The bears right now are like plants in a desert after a rainstorm. They're sprouting all over the place. Things are really, really good. But, the rain is gone, the sun's come out, and they're going to dry up and shrivel away here pretty damn soon. New chart we're going to check out today is the XLF. And one reason I had a little bit of optimism coming into this week is we saw a really big bounce late in the day on Friday in the banks. BAC, Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan. And the reason being the Fed said, for all intents and purposes, the capital requirement or whatever that ratio thing is, they dropped it to 2.5% versus 3%. And when you're talking about banks with multi-billions of dollars, that's a big deal. The XLF, the financials are trying to bottom right now, and that is why we're going to pay attention, because this market is going absolutely nowhere without participation from the financials. And these financials are definitely trying to bottom here right now. And if you are short this market, pay attention to what the financials are saying, because they're saying, remember, to go a little bit off on a tangent here, you guys have been with me for a long time. Remember how the market was in 2008, the end of the world, and then all of a sudden the market would just rip off these huge 1, 2, 3 day rallies? we have the potential to see the same sort of thing happen over the next few days. So we're going to keep a really close eye on the financials and go from there. As for stock plays, COOL, monster for us over the last couple of weeks. 453 intraday after hours. Earnings report was a monster. Blew the numbers off just like I said they would. EPS 13 cents, almost double the estimate. The revenues 32 million, almost 20% higher than estimates. They raised their guidance. Excellent earnings report. We see some very nice follow through on this stock tomorrow. After hours, this was trading as high as 470. The weekends are selling it at 410 and after hours. So, if you've got a little bit of risk in you, might be worthwhile picking some up 420 and under. Otherwise, I'd probably look to add some more if there is a dip in the morning. But there is no reason why the stock should not make a run on 5, especially with the market trying to get into rally mode. Really quick mention on NEI. They announced a stock buyback in after hours, but maybe that'll get this turd starting to roll back up the hill. And, this is the kind of stock chart that when you see the market rip off one of those big moves, which I think is coming really, really soon, these are the kind of stocks that can rip off a 25% move in a blink. All the sellers have been washed out of this one big time. And all it's doing is asking to run. ATRN, trading alert Friday, 280s area as a play on the Pandora IPO, which is supposed to go off tomorrow. 1.9 billion market cap for Pandora. Absolutely ridiculous if you ask me, but now they're talking about Facebook having a $100 billion market cap. So all the actions in the IPOs. ATRN owns a music service, traded as high as 325 today, I believe. Nice, 45-cent move from the alert on Friday. We need a break at 330 to bust out on this one. Let's see if we can get it tomorrow on a nice IPO move. Quick mention on AEIS, rule of 2, hit 217 on Friday. Looked great today, and then in the last hour, they shook the crap out of the tree on this one in the last hour. Would like to see this one bounce back. This is not atypical of stocks on the rule of 2 break, especially in a market like this where traders are really, really skittish. Would like to see this one move back above 2. We stopped out some, well, at least I stopped out some at $1.98 today. Reluctantly, any other market I would have added to my position, but we've got to be a little bit cautious in this market just because it's crazy. I mean, when you see quality stocks not running and garbage going up multiple hundreds of percents, you just got to shake your head. New play I look to pick up today, FCEL. This one hammered over the last week or so on a pretty decent earnings report, but what we're playing here is this double bottom. We got a higher close today. Target would be that 20-day exponential up there at the 55, 59 area, and then we can see where we're going to go from there. Stops on this, $1.35, $1.36. Nice washed out chart. These are the kind of stocks that give very nice bounces early in a rally move. So right now, we're tentatively, sticking our fingers in a couple of plays just to see what's what out there. Once we start to see the market really start to move, we can start getting a little bit more aggressive on some of these stocks. IFON, we jumped into this one in the chat room today and an email alert as a play on ORS. These guys trading under cash. They have sales. They have cash. They already did a reverse split. They don't need financing. They don't need a reverse split. A quality kind of stock trading less than the market cap of ORS. Great sympathy play on it. Upside, if we get some nice volume on this one, there's no reason why this stock cannot see a buck. Stops right now, I will place at today's low, 74 cents, and see where we go from there. Quick mention on MCZ. Nice big shakeout on this one on Wednesday. Powered all the way back up to that downtrend line. They report earnings tomorrow, I believe. I think these guys are also going to knock the cover off their earnings report. And maybe that will finally get this short off the back of MCZ. The area I'm going to be looking for is I want to see him move through the 50-day moving average at 188. That's when I'll look to start accumulating this position. And if we get a rebreak, or when we get a rebreak at 2, that's when I'll really start to add back to my position on this one. So, we're still really tentative in this market. High cash stance still. Still looking at targeting only half positions on new plays. We're going to try a few plays, especially if the market tries to hold up over the next couple of days. And fingers crossed that this annoying market gives us a few days up. I mean, we're down 6 weeks in a row. It's time for the Bulls to get a little dance at the party. That's it for the video, guys. I will see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.